With the brand new community update that went live yesterday for Call of Duty Mobile, a lot of questions were asked in the comments to that post. The thing is, not everyone goes and reads the comments, so I thought for this video, I might as well go over some of COD Mobile's official hidden responses here and share them with you guys. I do want to say this, if you guys are new around here, be sure to go and subscribe. I do daily COD Mobile videos, as well as if you guys end up enjoying today's video, smacking a like on it would be awesome. But without further ado, we might as well go into the comments here. We might as well begin here with Alos, and he said, "I'm not even mad, this is the best season yet," which I think I might have to go and agree with them at this point. But then he said, "Any word on when we'll go and get the DLQ and Battle Royale?" Now COD Mobile went and responded back by saying, "Thanks for the feedback and for the support. We haven't heard anything about the DLQ in specific, but next month we have some big and small changes for BR. We'll try to check and see if the DLQ is part of that, and we'll report back if that is the case." Now, at the time I'm going and recording this video, unfortunately COD Mobile have not yet made a direct response to this guy's question, but it's pretty awesome, man. There's kind of two things here. First off, when they go and say big and small changes for BR next month, that's some obviously exciting stuff. I know in regards to the big changes, that's going to be with the brand new map locations itself, and then for small changes, I'm assuming that means that they're still going to be continue just like tweaking the weapons in the Battle Royale, tweaking out the classes, making sure everything's just even in that regard. So really looking forward to that. As well as when people talk about the DLQ and Battle Royale, because it's kind of a recently brought up topic here, it was available in the test server for Battle Royale, but only for the sniper only game mode, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if they do have plans to add in the DLQ to just the normal Battle Royale mode itself, or if it's only going to be exclusive to that sniper only mode. But nevertheless, man, it's pretty awesome that we could potentially go and see this gun in the Battle Royale mode itself. Sadistic Bot goes and says, "I wonder will you guys add the RUS-79U Cyberspace into global? Hearing that it was a Garena exclusive made some of us furious. What do you guys at your team think about this? Having this gun for free-to-play players would be a great addition too for the free-to-play catalog and would be worth the grind for those wanting it." Dang, first off, this is kind of like my first time going and hearing this. Did you guys know about this? The RUS-79U Cyberspace. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Cyberspace was also associated with the MSMC for the global version. So hearing that people will be only able to go and get that through the Garena version, yeah man, that's really news to me. So COD Mobile went and responded back by saying, "Garena and COD Mobile Global often have entirely different tracks for events, store items, and general weapons/gear that is released. Sure, some items match up occasionally, but there is plenty that is unique to each game. However, sometimes that difference, to your point, is just different in regards to the release date. For the RUS-79U Cyberspace, that isn't one we have any information on and can share, but we'll check in with the team, and if it is coming, we'll reply back or mention it in the next update." Dang, like I said, this is really big news to me. I didn't know that there were a separate weapon like the RUS-79U Cyberspace that was only exclusive to the Garena version. So yeah, it'll be interesting to go and see if it will eventually be added in to the global version here. Now we have A going and saying, "Kill confirmed is awesome and hot take should be permanent and replace TDM in ranked." Okay, this is definitely a hot take in terms of it being replacing TDM in ranked, but I do believe it should be permanent. So COD Mobile went and responded back by saying, "That is definitely a hot take since TDM is basically staple of Call of Duty modes and generally the most played multiplayer mode in any COD title." Yeah, I would agree with that statement. If you guys didn't know so already, they're not wrong when they go and say that. TDM is definitely the most played multiplayer mode in any COD title, like they just said. And then they finish it off by saying, "We'll have to see how kill confirmed goes over in general. Like usual, if there's a consistent and long-term demand for it, there's always the chance that we'll make a mode permanent." Now we have Wooly, and he said the audio cutting bug is not rare. A lot of BR players, if not all, are currently experiencing this. It happens most when driving vehicles. After a few seconds, the vehicle sound drops, both for me and for enemies. Also, the bug occurs with the mic announcer halfway through a sentence and audio cut. This has never happened pre-season 6, so please take a good look at this bug. And I do want to say this also does happen to me, as well as, yeah man, it pretty much is going to go and happen to everyone with season 6 so far. And COD Mobile went and responded back by saying, we are definitely trying to, but reports are pretty sporadic in relation to how it is occurring, how often, and on what devices. It sounds like you, in your case, you are hearing overall sounds slowly dropping off, including voice. Is that just in Battle Royale? And he responded back by saying, thanks for the reply. The sound is specific for vehicle and voice, announcer when using voice/quick chat, gun sounds or other background audio work just fine, which I might disagree with. But then he says, these sounds instantly drop from 100 to 0, so to speak. For me personally, it happens in BR, correct. Now, I feel like, and maybe I'm just crazy and going saying this, I think sometimes the footsteps don't even work sometimes. Like I said, I know that's kind of a bold statement to go and say, because obviously the enemy players who I'm going up against could go and use the ninja class, which will go and make it so that you can't hear him at all, but I feel like I've been in gunfights where I know what class the other person has, but it's just I wasn't able to go and hear their footsteps at all, and I think this is an actual issue currently going on in the game. Not just only the issues with the vehicles going on and the voice announcer, but actually for footsteps themselves. So hopefully this could get addressed here. For going on to the next one here, we have Designer Matter, and he said, I know you will release bundles eventually, but I want to know, will there be new bundles every week or every 2 weeks? I want to know how often, more or less. By the way, I love this season. It's the best so far. And COD Mobile 1 responded back by saying, it is hard to say at this moment due to it all being new. Right now, it is every week, but that frequency could easily change. Hate to give a vague answer, but for now, we are aiming on releasing 2 bundles every week. Also, thank you so much for the support. Dang, okay, so 2 new bundles every week? That's definitely some exciting stuff there, but obviously, the main concern with this is whether or not it's going to be actually good content or if it's going to be reused content that was in previous seasons and, hey, we're bringing it back, but in kind of like a bundle format. So I'm hoping it's the first option in which it's actually good, new legendary loot rather than things that we've already seen kind of in the past there. But who knows, maybe they will go and kind of make everything right here, but I guess we're just gonna have to go and wait. Going on to the next comment here, we have Swift, and he said, hey COD Mobile devs, this is one of the better updates, if not the best. Any info on more loadouts, so many good weapons and character skins, I think it's a must. Thanks again. Now, before I go into the response itself, is this actually a thing that people want? Because I personally would love to go and see more loadouts, but I don't think I've ever made a video kind of vocalizing that need. But yeah, dude, I would kind of be down for some more loadouts. Be sure to go and let me know in the comment section down below if you guys would also like to kind of receive more loadouts here. But COD Mobile 1 responded back by saying, no, not yet, but that is part of the general progression we mentioned above. We have some plans being worked on that should help with that overall, but no news specifically on that, just adding more loadout slots. Also, thanks for the support. And then there's another response by Jason saying, maybe allow loadouts to be bought with credits and not level rewards, as low level players also play a variety of game modes and we need those extra loadouts. For progression, I think a prestige system is perfect, and I would agree with that. I would love for there to be some type of a prestiging mode. They did mention that they are working on a progression system, and if it could be a prestige system, I think that would be so awesome. Going on to the next comment here, it's coming from Nautico, and he said, so is there any update about zombies? You said it wasn't up to your standards, so are you in anyways improving on it? And I feel like this has been a question a lot of people have been asking, but unfortunately COD Mobile went and responded back by saying, no, there isn't anything new to share about zombies at the moment. So does that mean zombies is completely out of the picture and they're not planning on bringing it back? I wouldn't say that. Like, I would say that, yeah, we can probably go and expect zombies coming back to this game at some point. I'm assuming they're probably secretly working on just little fixes that they could go and do to the game mode itself, because I know a lot of people's complaints when it came to zombies was like the health, was wonder weapons being kind of pay to win there. So I would be totally down to go and see zombies returning, because if you guys don't know this already, COD Mobile, like the official Reddit account that they go and have, their highest made post was actually in regards to them going and releasing zombies. So zombies, it definitely has a big community behind it, and it's good to know that it's not completely out of the picture here, because obviously they're still talking about it, and I guess we're just gonna have to go and wait. My guess would be October, around Halloween, is when they are gonna be introducing this new version of zombies here. Who knows, maybe I'm just wrong and it's gonna be either earlier or later, but zombies, I would definitely love to go and see it return. Now, for going on to the final one here, this is coming from Captain, and he said, have you received reports or feedback about frame drops while selecting guns with heat stroke camo? I've been experiencing that even in the loadout menu, and I'm kind of discouraged to use it in a real match because of the frame drops, and that it could even end into a possible crash from my game. And COD Mobile went and responded by saying, no, that's not an unusual issue for sure. Doesn't only happen with heat stroke weapon camos or anything that is dynamic. Also, what kind of device are you on? Have you tried changing graphical settings to see if that has any effect? Now, has this also been going and happening with you guys? Because I have been seeing a lot of other comments in regards to that community update post of people being like, yeah, my frames are also dropping when I'm going and using the heat stroke here. So I'm assuming it could be in regards to your device and what graphics settings you have it on. Probably the higher graphic settings, the more it's going to go and have that frame drop in it. So I don't know, I haven't really been experiencing that issue at all, but I'm assuming a lot of you guys have, just considering how many people went and gave that comment an upvote there. But ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be wrapping up the video on that note. I do want to say this, thank you oh so very much for tuning in and watching. If you guys are new, be sure to go and sub with notifications on, as well as if you guys end up enjoying today's video, smacking the like on it would be awesome. My name is Parker. Hopefully you guys will have a fantastic rest of your day today, and I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next video.